Hello, beautiful boys and girls. Welcome to Anorin. It has been a hot minute since we've seen this map. This map at one point was all the rage. It was one of the most popular, and then it just died overnight. Anyway, in the bottom right, we have a blue Nostra. I think I've played against him before, and I remember wiping the floor with him. I don't think he's that good. But his teammate is E-Bullet, as opposed to an actual bullet. This is just an E one, so don't worry about it. He's playing as Gondor. And I think we have a noob cast on our hand. It depends. Ichigo. Alright, we got the strawberry guy playing as Misty, starting with the Mountain Orc Lodge. And then this is Miss Piggy. Oh, Christ, we've hit rock bottom. Just kidding, we hit that a while ago. Yeah, noob cast. I don't know how this is gonna go. My only problem with noob cast is that a lot of times, they don't know how to finish out a game. So it'll just be 50 minutes of just idiots clashing, and nothing really gets done. And I'm not about that. I'm about that decisive action. Anyway, speaking of decisive action, finally a unit wanders out of their base. The Gondorians of E-Bullet are capturing the middle. We'll have to wait and see if he decides to fortify it with heroic statue and whatnot. And this Piggy thinks he can get some harass going on. This isn't really a map for that, I'll be honest. Like, maybe you can get 1 or 2 farms. This map is more about controlling the middle, and just hoping the enemy feeds into the middle. That's kind of what it's always been about. And that might have been why it died out, because people like to do the eco-harass thing, rather than just the, you know, butting of heads sort of gameplay. Anyway, the orcs did die. I'm pretty sure he didn't get the creep money. And we do have a little bit of mix. Okay, so slashers will beat clansmen. Slashers level 2 will actually beat guardians. Now they've been debuffed, so them being outnumbered means this is basically a payday for the boys. Actually, these Guardians are level 2 now. No, never mind, that's a clansman. Alright, never mind. Yeah, it's still payday. Still payday for the boys. Speaking of the boys, I didn't know when the new season came out, they were releasing it piecemeal. Even Amazon Prime isn't releasing all of their series at once now. What the hell do you mean I have to wait a week for Carl Urban to do a terrible Cockney accent? What the hell? Alright, it just annoys me. I get why Netflix does that, but goddamn. Anyway. We have an early Forlong, who's going to get fed pretty nicely off these orcs. And the cavalry will definitely defend the farm there, so nothing to worry about there. Mineshaft goes down, we have a resource kill. And it goes to Ichigo, the strawberry man. And there it is. There it is. Man, I think after that, they're probably going to nerf towers again. Because, I mean, they're way too dangerous. That tower almost got 1 full second of value before it destroyed. Okay, Piggy is going to creep the cave troll there. That's smart. Nice money. Nice stacks. There are spearmen in there, so hopefully the cav don't charge in there. Nope, does the right option. Goes for the cavalry. And if I was him, maybe if I had an extra battalion, I would have... Actually, if I had level 3 Forlong, I would have tried to mug the lair there, but nah, it's too many orcs for a level 2 big boy. Too many. Alright, we've actually got some good action now. These slashes are still going, by the way. I told you. If they were level 1, they would have struggled a little bit, but once they get Terror of the Mountain, which is a way too badass name to be wasted on these dudes, yeah, no, they weren't going to lose. That stacking damage is just, is gnarly. Alright, someone didn't spend their points. I think it's the Gondor. I think the Gondor forgot. Maybe he was deciding whether to... I mean, he would have bought heal already if that was the case. Sometimes people like to wait and see and then buy heal for their heroes. Anyway, Accent of Losanak. Please, Captain's Horn, please. There it is. Okay, and he bought heal as well. Alright, so he was just very tardy to the party. E-Bullet had some E-lag right there. God, that was a terrible joke. Please do not dislike the video. Actually, dislike, I don't care. Alright, please make the Veterans of Osgiliath. Level 2, Sally Forth is an amazing force multiplier. Really good. I don't know how low he was there. Does they heal? Okay, it does replenish. Alright. I don't know how low he was there, but may have jumped the gun on the heal there. And we now have level 5 Lost in Axe, so very nice. So Mordor can't really make Nazgul. Fallen will keep them protected, more or less, I think. Sometimes it still works, though. Instead from Mordor, we've got the Troller, level 1. And we do have Men of Dale Archers, which is incredibly strong. I hope there's something to deal with them. That could be a problem. If you're unsure what to do with Misty, you can go straight for Bolg's Bodyguard, because even if you're outnumbered or you make a mistake, they're quite tanky. They're not gonna die quickly. Bolg's Bodyguard plus maybe like Lug for the hero or Muzgash for leadership or whatever. So yeah, level 3 this bitch. Bolg's Bodyguard. They rejected my idea of calling it Bolg's Booty Guard, but I'm sure that name will catch on. Alright, Evil has captured this, so we can make the Hirondor Swords. Not a bad unit, but I don't think he needs it. And E-Bullet has... Oh my goodness! The Troll Cage was just... a teaser. He was actually going for the Lord of the Olok-Hai. The man who stomped on Viggo Mortensen's ribcage. And still lived to tell about it. It is Moloch himself. Alright, well I predict a clump, and I predict a slump. Alright, here comes the battle wagon. There are some spears. Actually, there's 2 spears. None of them are protecting the units you want. Thank you very much. There's Muzgash right on cue. Men of Dale, please focus the spearman. That would be lovely. That's what you're paid to do. He's level 3 already. Oh my god. Why are you engaging him? He does AoE for fun. He's like what Witch King wish he was. Sorry, but it's true. Okay, go. Oh my god! I didn't think he hit level 4. I didn't see. There it is, Lord of the Olok-Hai. I don't know how long he's had that button, but he's screaming straight into the camera. I like that. Can we get some troll leadership value? You hardly see it, but he does give it. So yeah, clearly some clump. I think the level 5 Axon of Losenag totally fed him there. E-Bullet with the E mistake. Damn, that's bad. Big Boy Gloin is on the field. He's going to have his word cut out for him. There's Bill, Tom, and Bert. Actually, it's William. Shut the hell up. But yeah, they're going to heal the boys. Battle Wagon's still alive, so job well done as far as I'm concerned. Oh, please, no E-Bullet, you fumbling fooligan. Alright, he's fine. Alright, Slaves of Nern, that's kind of lame. We got lots of lumber mills built by the goblins, as you can see all the red scattered around the map. And Leapa's almost back. Level 6 boy. Dude, don't clump against him. You have to just pull back. You have to swallow your pride. Punch yourself in the dick. Make some archers. Baragon Faramir. Frickin' hell, man. Why? Why? Not even using spears to counter the troll and the hero status. Yeah, I think it was the level 5 Axeman that must have fed him. Man, that's rough. Still no troll leadership. He's still actually very low. Boromir is actually on his ass. Maybe with the knife throw. No, knife throw has already been used. Gothmog is on the field, by the way. Time of the Orc has come. Kid named Felbeast, rip Boromir. There's no way you don't drop it now to save Moloch. There is... Hold up. Oh, knife throw. What's that cooldown on knife throw? Okay, I would have popped Felbeast there. I would have easily popped Wraith on Wings there. So Boromir actually got away with one there. Assuming the heal is not back. It is not. Alright, 10 points. You can buy Athelian Wood for extra damage. Snipe down the, what's-his-face. He has gone Athelian Wood. And... Mithril tipped? No. King Dane. Alright, that'll give him a lot of staying power. But... yeah, E-Bullet just got yucked. That's another reason, that's another thing with this, map. It's very easy, when you fall behind, it's very hard to actually get back into the game. I don't think there's many comebacks on this map. Just with the way it's built. It's very much like just a flood effect, man. Alright, 2v1. Gondor doesn't have much. The dwarves are still going in. Everything is focusing Gloin. He's taking arrows up the ass. There's the heal to save him a little bit. Nice barrel. No! Oh, Men of Dale. How much we pay for them? 600? 625? There's level 8. Now watch him heal. There's a huge chunk of his health just came back. And again. Oh my goodness. Did they nerf it? He used to heal to full, so I'm assuming they nerfed it. Heals over passively heals over time. Okay, it's not with damage. It used to be per damage. He used to fully heal, and it was crazy. We saw him solo entire armies purely because you couldn't kill him. It was actually hilarious fun, and not in any way tilting. There's the Wraith on Wings, and this game might be over before we have another leap, unless Moloch does fall, which means he can revive him, and the leap will be back, because obviously your abilities come back off cooldown. Man, that was a good play by Miss Piggy to flank around and take out the Men of Dale. Okay. A fleeting hope lingers in the west. Faramir had his vision. It was not a pale light. It was Sir Ian of the House McKellen. Okay, so. We Wizard Blast. Power up to level 3. Rekindled Hearts. What else we got?
Will enter Gondor's call.
He doesn't really have much health. Does he have Boromir at least? Okay, if you have Boromir on the field, there is no reason to rush him out unless you're getting Minas Tirith units, which he has not been doing. Because Minas Tirith units are no pushovers, and he makes them even stronger. So I thought that was very strange that he did that. Okay, Eco is still firmly with the West Side team. And leadership for Gothmog. We can summon Morgul Pikes. Okay, Mordor's actually got a lot going for him. He knows he's got Gandalf, but honestly, he's got so much, it's not going to be that big of a problem. Unless we get, like, the mother of a Wizard Blast, which could happen. I thought dismounted Mouth of Sauron was Witch King for a second. Alright, we're going to swap it back to Mordor POV. Because I know Moloch's going to be coming out. 17 points from Mordor. Alright, scattered remnants of the goblins. This is all just loose change. He doesn't really care about these units. Anything they get is, oh, yes. Yes, King. This I actually like on maps like this, because it's hard to pull off. Anyway, Blacksmith is actually going to fall unless he feels like using up a rebuild. Wait, what's this white stuff? Oh, God. Black Urk's buffed by Gothmog. That is kind of scary. Dude! It's impossible to see this guy. This guy is level 8, and I just noticed. Maybe because I wasn't looking at him, but even if I was, you still wouldn't know. There we go. Moloch fights for Lidless Eye. Not quite as cool as Rogash take Greenland. That's such a metal voice line, though. That one is cool. Troll dies, rip troll. Send forth all legions. Do not stop until the city is taken. What of the wizard? Well, it says here I just break his staff because Peter Jackson was smoking meth that day, so should be good. Okay, 7 more points. He won't need the tier 4. This game is actually done. Western wins. It's gonna do jack shit because Gothmog has fear resist, but it could still be his best bet. Actually, Oath of Ale would also do something good. Maybe he goes for the Oath. I think I would go for the Oath, actually, just because the stun is kind of what you want it for. Alright, surrounding the fort. Witch King is on it, Moloch is on it, Builder has been cut to pieces. Western wins, stuns the Variegs, because the fear resist is actually only for the Orcs. Wizard Blast, powered up to level 3. And I think he wasted the leap, but we got 2 good leaps out of him. And am I going to have to put Doo-A-Leapa in the thumbnail? There goes the fortress. Easy come, easy go for Mr. Piggy. And Moloch is actually going to fall. Never mind, he's not. Passive healing for 20 seconds. There's actually not many heroes that have a passive heal effect. Are there any others that do this? Some have heal as part of, like, another ability. But to heal passively like that, outside of auto-heal, he might be the only one, actually. Unless there's an obvious one I just can't think of. Anyway, Gondor has fallen. Mordor won. Boromir is getting the hell out of Dodge. Oh my god. He had the tunnel in the back. Maybe he didn't realize you can't put stone trolls in tunnels, because that would be way too overpowered. But yeah, the last march of the dwarves ended in absolute failure. No sweat. I don't think you could have predicted all this. Yeah. Look how tanky this guy is. The extra armor because he's in hold ground stance. Literally any... Yeah, there he goes. There it is. That was a fun game, actually. Short but sweet. Not what I was expecting, but had some good moments. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Like if you did. Say nothing if you didn't. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.